for the cut break. She has one of the most powerful breaks in the women's game, but not going front ball.
That upsets me so much.
And me.
You will be hearing about this afterwards.
And I'm not against the cut break like some people are. I'm absolutely very pro it, but I want to see it just go straight down the middle and give it everything.
The one thing you would say though is, I know for a fact I can hear a voice in my ear right now. Is she'd be telling us, well, you give me hammer all the time for losing the white on the cue ball, so here I am cut breaking, making a ball, and you're still giving me stick. So, you know, in that regard, fair enough.
You've got to do what works, and obviously all players have an opportunity at the table and to warm up, get used to it, and you do experiment with the break, what's working for you today, you know, where you're feeling the atmospherics and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, joking aside, you know, they've something that champs will have worked on for today and felt that it was right, and of course golden breaks from play, which is also a factor.
Yeah, one thing you would say was quite almost a tepid cut break by Amy's standards, but we've seen it before. You don't necessarily have to absolutely kill the break to get a ball. Actually, that's come out. It's going pretty nicely for him.
Yeah, good first shot as well. Just a couple of shots required here to get the one on the right-hand side. And the one at the bottom is also very guarded. So I think the double probably plays better than playing it down the cushion, because it gets you the cue ball moving better. Unless you're willing to take the one down the cushion now.
Be a brave shot, wouldn't it?
I think they have to come down the left-hand side here. That's what they're talking about. Come down the left-hand side, get rid of the one at the bottom, and then you've got to come back round to get on the double.
Bit short, unless they were playing on the double.
I think you've got to go the one at the bottom rather than the double first, because the double gets you on the right-hand side of the table, not the left. So that's why I was thinking not the double next. And this is fine for Megan. It's a little bit thin, but you might use the red on the cushion just to hold the white if you're worried about it going too far.
Yeah, just like that.
The only downside here now is it straight enough just to get nicely on the 8 ball, or is it cue ball coming down the table and then you're going to have to find a line?
Definitely a shot to play here for champs.
If you make the double, you should have a shot at the 8 ball. It's just how good.
Spins it. Does she get the kiss? Yes. Lovely. It's a really good shot, that.
This is one. Know your naturals. Are you in off if you roll this in or not? I think you're fine. I think it's absolutely far enough up the table, so you can just cue through this and make the pot. If you prefer, looks like she might be bringing it back. Cue through it. Beautiful.
Lovely work from Amy and Megan. They dish the first frame, and that will settle them right down into this match. Even two players who've had as much arena experience as these two have, still be a big deal to win that first frame, especially with a dish.
Yeah, and it being Scotch as well, because they've both taken part in that. They both had to play excellent shots, especially those last couple from Meg as well. Excellent shots to get out there. So first singles frame of the night then for these two pairings. It's Aidan Hughes up first. He's taking on Amy Beauchamp. Should Amy get to the table, and Amy will get to the table. That's pretty brutal enough for Aidan Hughes. Yeah, that is a tough one. It really is. 2 awkward yellows. Champs isn't going to go reds here. 2 awkward yellows. Can you give yourself an angle on the first yellow to the centre pocket to come down the table and deal with the one on the left-hand side? Looks like she's not going to do that. I was thinking about playing the slightly lower yellow to right centre and just coming down and bumping into the red, where you can have your choice of 3 balls. She may have been trying to give herself the angle there to do it, but it looks a little straight. Still found it. Had to force it. That's an excellent shot.
Take that all day. Lovely, lovely shot from Amy Beauchamp. Jamieson is in business here.
Only thing is, it might be a touch thin to develop the yellow that's above the red. So may have to leave that and rework to open it. Oh, not going to find out. And that would have been okay because she had the angle on the next yellow to get that one out or get behind it. The miss is a slightly careless one.
Yeah, it is. Not one that I don't think any of us saw coming either.
This is a really tough layout though for Aidan to get into the night. He'll be pleased that he's got to the table, because once Amy had played that good breakout shot, he'd have feared the worst. Decides to come up the table and lay the snooker, which is, it's not a terrible option. She's got a good snooker here, but it would have been better to try and get her loss of turn. Maybe you just have to play the patient game, that maybe that wasn't available, come up, get the snooker, try and get ball in hand, and then maybe play the loss of turn. The reason it's not a great option is that it's tied the two reds at the top of the table up. So even if you could have got the snooker and opened those two reds up, you'd be better for it.
There is the loss of turn from Aidan.
That's a risk.
It is a risk.
I like the loss of turn, just the cue ball where he's left it is a risk here. I was thinking that the best option here might be the double on the yellow by the 8 ball. It's like a big pocket double. Get the bottom cushion, you should make it off the red. I think that's what she's looking at.
We'll also develop that pocket again for the yellow she's closest to.
Clean. That's a little unlucky.
She got second prize. Not really.
How good you feeling? Do you fancy taking the one top left? I think you got too much angle to come back short side, or do you go a really horrible drop in the centre or an awkward double? It's not nice whichever way around you look at it here.
Yeah, Sophie's choice this one. A drop in the middle looks nasty. In the end, tried to put cuts, which was super thin.
Yeah, it's difficult without being down there and really seeing it. What would have been the best option? I think that was really unfortunate, because any flick on the red, on the double, and she gets out there. Well, I suppose she still would have finished underneath the yellow, so maybe being maybe not quite, but yeah.
Amy knows. Punished either quickly or slowly if you make mistakes in this one. It's going to be slowly with Aidan playing the snooker, and now these are all there for Aidan Hughes.
Time to go and win the frame. This one should be done and dusted. This feels like the only shot that can go wrong, and it's a big pocket. Eight ball being over the pocket really means you can go any which way you want here, really, but using the red bottom right to connect to the 8 ball.
Thinking that Aidan was going to leave himself a tricky 8 ball, but he's fine, and 1-1 we go.
I thought that cue ball was going to track to the cushion as well, and all of a sudden you put it into one place it won't go from. And that was a nice visit for him, just to free the arm up, and fully justified in his decision making over the safety shots in the end. Slight gamble playing the loss of turn, but it pays off.
You know what, as well, I think for me, that really shows the development of Aidan as a player. He's really taking every single shot on its merit. Laid 2 snookers when he'd been well within his rights to go, but fully playing every shot on its percentages and on its merits.
Big deal, winning the frames you meant to win, and that was one of those. Oh, complete miss hit from Meg. Normally has a very solid break, but that was not her best.
Yeah, this will be fun.
There is a 3-point rule in international 8-ball rules, a point per ball potted and a point per ball past the centre line. And the reason I reference that is that absolutely legal break here, but all balls are finished in the bottom half of the table, which shows you how poor a break it was. But Meg did make one, and 2 went in and out of the top end of the table.
Weirdly, yellows don't look bad.
They're doable for sure. A couple of tricky little delicate ones popping open the 8-ball. You've got the 1 yellow into right centre with the right angle. You can then open everything up. That's what she's looking at now. Where does she want to be? How does she want to play it? There's a few different options. We'll need 1 cannon.
There's an angle now. Issue she has is getting on the next ball. She makes the one to the middle right now. Just bumps into the yellow, into the 8-ball, sort of moves everything apart.
I think if she plays that now, she's likely to catch that yellow thin. The cue ball will go past the yellow. It will all pop on, but she might not be on a ball. Tried to make it on the bottom jaw, so she was getting more of the yellow. And obviously that part of it worked out, but missed the pot because of it.
She left on reds though. Yellow's definitely the dominant suit in this frame still, but can Matt pick this apart?
Does he have the angle straight away just to screw into the 8-ball? That might do the work all in one shot. No, he does. Ooh, misses it. Again, he wanted to get the underside, so he sort of, then the cue ball goes through the gap that he actually hit. If he catches it full, he could end a little bit messy, but in the end, he just didn't get the cannon. Any cannon, even a little graze on it would have popped everything into play. And if he's landed absolutely dead straight, he can't do it again on the next shot. And he looks like he's off straight the wrong way. Oh, he might be able to pinch the pocket here. No, tries not to. Not sure what he played for there. Does the one by the 8-ball go up the table? He played for this one up the table. It's all good, you know, but the angle to sort of, you're now going into it late, you know, missing the cannon first shot, all of a sudden there's jeopardy on the breakout shot, and I question if he's too thin to do it again here. He needs to play it slow with bite to get it. It's not great. It's really not great. You can make the pot, but you can't get on the next red.
Is there anywhere he can find a line here to be able to make this second red?
I think the best hope he's got here is to make the red come in and out at the top end of the table and get low to play the double.
Yeah. Anywhere sort of near the yellow, just to the left of the cue ball. But it's not exactly amazing. To dig pretty deep here. And in the end, he is nowhere.
This whole visit has come down to that first shot where he just got the line wrong. He gets that shot right, he's out. Now he's a huge second favourite for this frame.
And the one thing you would say is it's Matt's first visit to the table, and it's a pretty crucial frame. That first shot, just going a hair wrong for him, has just made this visit really, really fiddly. Oh, what a shot to recover it, Minds.
It was fine. It was absolutely... Yeah, everything I just said, forget it. He's absolutely the favourite for the frame now.
That's a fabulous shot, Matt. What a recovery to find. This 8-ball to seal the deal. In it flies. Oh, that could be a dagger for Amy and Megan. Hell of a kick shot, this.
It really is a brilliant shot. Oh, I love the pairs cut for the debriefs. This is what I was trying to do. This is what I should have done. That is a big dagger, isn't it, for Megan, Amy? It really is.
I do wonder as well if the way the red obviously went in, sort of carroned off 2 yellows. I think it probably did go direct, but it felt like that was almost a better line to find because the direct line looked so thin.
Yeah, it was one of those. That was kind of what he was trying to do. Put it in good areas anyway, and who knows? But I think that was not sure it did go direct.
2 on the leads. Really breaks off. Cue Boy's gonna somehow stay up. He's made 4 yellows and no reds.
Should go reds here. You could go yellows if you were feeling really good. Take the yellow down to bottom left, but reds have got to be the play.
No, you've got to take this yellow bottom left.
Well,
you've got to.
Yes. This is do or die. No, it's not as bad when you see it from this angle, in all honesty.
You say it's not too bad. Well, well, well.
At 2-1 up with 4 minutes to play, if you make the red in the centre, reds are so strong. The yellow at the top of the table has nowhere to go. Absolutely nowhere to go. Now, you could, if you see the finish, you can take the finish on and you can win from there. If you don't fancy the finish, you have got all the control in the world to run that clock down, match play the situation. That, if they make that pot, and he absolutely should have made the pot, but if they make that pot, they win the frame, they're going to win the match. But if you miss it, well, it should cost you. Might not, though, with that first shot there.
Yeah, 15-second shot clock now in play, so much less time to worry about it. Well, if this yellow slips the gap, that's perfect.
Must do the way they played that.
It's a super shot. Yeah, there we go. Brilliant shot that under shot clock pressure from Megan Proctor. And we are 2-2 with 3 minutes to go. Megan Proctor up for the fight.
If this was a, middle match, non-timed match, this match situation, I could understand taking that ball because it is, make that win the frame. But the situation of the match absolutely dictated you go reds there.
Isn't it amazing the dynamic in both camps after just one single frame of pool? Those two looked somewhat down in the dumps after Matt Brierley took out that finish a frame ago, and Matt and Aidan were gesticulating and having fun and talking about it. And just it's the complete polar opposite. The momentum then with Amy Beauchamp and Megan Proctor, and Amy's made a ball. There's some work here though. 3 minutes left on the match clock. Keep an eye on that.
This is doable though. The yellow's here, you can take the yellow to the centre pocket, just get yourself high on the one that you're above now, and then just come down into the problem area. The yellow that's actually the cluster of 4 balls, the yellow that's the furthest left might have the potting angle, and if that potting angle is available, it all opens up anyway, and you don't even have to play the cannon from here. It will all come down to whether that's required or not.
It's the shot you were talking about.
Got into it too much. That's not the ball to hit. It was the 2 reds is what you wanted to hit there. The middle one of them would have been perfect. It's still not the end though.
I was going to say maybe able to sort of have to take 2 here. Just going to draw back, turn the table over. Would have let that yellow just to stay in the way of the reds up the top of the table.
Don't think Amy's left a red on though.
Extension.
maybe there's a gap. There is a gap. But not to the potting angle, so it's a safety shot and a good one.
Yeah, very good one. 1 minute and 40 seconds. We're going to have some fun and games here. What a shot.
That's brilliant.
What a shot.
It was me saying it was a good safety. He's left the angle and, well, it was an inviting situation for Amy to take on and an excellent bit of cueing. The only problem going this way round is you are playing the one on the cushion to get the one on the 8 balls. You might not get perfect here.
Oh, but you still got to make it.
Come on, mate.
You've still got to make it. Champs looks absolutely livid.
This is where your partner helps. This is where Aidan needs to be on the situation, and he is standing up, getting involved. Keep an eye on the match clock. Let Matt do the work on the table and just keep him on track with the pace.
Oh, goodness me.
30 seconds, please.
You can hear Aidan saying it, just calling out the number of seconds left.
Yes, please.
Drop in territory for Matt Brierley, so he should be able to make this a buzzer beater.
No, he's okay. He's just got a little bit of side on. Oh, he drops it in enough, so there's enough room.
10.
This for the win then, and to beat the buzzer. In it falls, and we're going to have 1 second left on the clock. There will be another break, but it is for Matt Brierley and Aidan Hughes, so it is essentially academic. Would have been nice just to ice it right there, but they got to go through the formalities. Brilliant finish there under pressure from Matt Brierley.
Yeah, it really was. They were all there. It was perfect. Amy will be kicking herself because whilst I don't think she'd have got perfectly on the 8 ball, she was going to give herself a look at it. It's a poor miss into the centre pocket. One that she'll be kicking herself about. And it will cost them this. This is really just nothing doing here. Just don't hit this too hard, really.
Don't foul, though.
Oh, it's fine.
No, because that will be a re-rack, and the rack will turn over. Potential time for a golden break.
Just don't foul over it. Till I miscued the cut break.
Yeah, referee and time are just discussing this.
Well, in my opinion, and we saw it actually play out at the last man standing this weekend, this is fine because it used up the second. The clock starts when the ball struck. That should be end of match.
And it looks like it is. So yeah, shake your hands, okay. So there is the ending of the match. Slightly weird ending as it is, but an anticlimactic for Aidan Hughes from Matt Brierley, but they got the job done. And they'll be really pleased with that. Amy Beetzer and Megan Proctor, though, will feel that they should have had something out of that game. It was on a knife edge. All right, first 2 games in the books in the Pairs Cup, and Amy and Megan will stay out there for game number 3. They've got Brian Halcrow and Dave Compton coming up.